Hello, friends. Welcome to another Writing Wednesday, where we want to try to be productive and stuff. I'm flying solo today because I forgot that Anne wanted to take some time to nap and stuff this week and next week. So this week I'm flying by myself, and I will possibly bother somebody else to maybe come hang out with me tomorrow. So, hi. I'm very tired and full of burgers, so we'll see how productive I am. How's everybody doing today? Why am I holding this? There's nothing in it. Michael is here. Hello. Michael was also here at 12:26. So that was impressive. Well, I guess Michael, he also went to have lunch. So I don't actually know if Michael's still here. Alexandra was here a half hour, possibly still here. Hello. And Becca. And Nina. It says I ordered books, but forgot to have them delivered to my place, and now they're at my parents'. No. That is the sad. Violet is here. Hello. Cool Gamer is here. Andrew is here. Hello. You are launching this stream right on time. Not me totally sitting in StreamYard going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because, yeah, I did that. So how's April/Nano going for everybody? I don't know if I can talk about how Nano's going, because I just started chapter 3 yet last night. It's a problem. Michael says, don't mind me, square box. I should probably pull up the stream on YouTube to find out what that actually is. There may or may not be an echo when I pop this. Go away. I don't know what that is. It all then? Okay. That's weird. Oh yeah, I forgot. YouTube's chats are delayed. And also not showing all the comments. Okay, we're just gonna close this so I don't get confused. To no one's surprise, I am behind. I am joining. Becca says, I quit Nano in less than a week. Woohoo! Honestly, that is fair. Camp Nano, all of the Nanos are just like either a really, really good time or, and I feel like there's no in between. Like, not even a little bit. And this says, I gave up on Nano already, so I'll be working on a playlist for a friend instead, at least for the first bit of the stream. That's awesome. Hello, Lexi. Welcome. Well, I do have timers and good stuff set up since I am really bad at doing this by myself. I'm going to try to get chapter 3 done today. Hopefully. Well, chapter 3 and chapter 4, because chapter 3 is stupidly short. So maybe like chapter 3 and halfway chapter 4. I feel like that's a thing. I have done absolutely nothing for Camp Nano. That is fair, Lexi. Honestly, I have for this round's Camp Nano is very like like very humming and hawing. So it's like, okay, I want to do the vlog thing and I want to like, talk about stuff and like actually be productive and stuff. But then also I'm not. Cuz I have my own deadlines to adhere to, and I feel like participating in Camp Nano is kind of distracting. I don't know if distracting is the right word, but I don't think I can come up with another one. That says, I am not giving up though, because I need to push camp oh my god. Because I need this push of camp to get progress made on this book, then you kick camp in the ass, Violet. Legit. That cat, like, just as it keeps putting her cat toys under my feet, so that I keep stepping on them, and I'm like, what the heck am I? What the heck? What is on the floor? It's like, oh yeah, I have a cat. Whew. Probably should have got water, but the water pitcher's empty, and my kitchen's a disaster, and I have no interest in dealing with that today. So, yeah, I feel like we should play with the sprint. Do we want to do shuffle sprints, or do we have some time frames in mind? I always ask this, even though I know everybody's gonna say the chaos timer. I am also like keeping a half an eye on social media stuff because Anne said she might drop by, but I told her to just, she wanted to take these 2 weeks off. She's napping is the best thing on the planet. Don't know why I keep drinking from this. There's nothing in it. A's for ass hits shins. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, I'm gonna have to close. I've got some like extra tabs open on my other monitor, and I know if I have them open, I'm just gonna keep clicking on them. So that's there. That's there. I will look at other tabs. I'll have other tabs open on my phone instead of, other stuff. Hello, StreamYard. Why aren't you working? Oh, yeah, because I have to actually. Like, why isn't it swapping my screen? Because there's nothing to share, dumbass. All right, so as per usual, we've got the. No. That is that would be like one long sprint, and why am I streaming? Lexi says, I actually spent these last days doing great. Gardening. Or no, what I actually spent these last few weeks. Gardening. Time to put our plants in the ground before spring goes into full swing. That sounds like fun. I am not a green thumb person, mostly because me and bugs, we're not friends, especially the ones that show up, and I get confused with the ones that pollinate and they sting because they're jerks. And but like I like oh god, what's the word? I'm so stupid. Not profiting, but it's close to other people's gardening. My grandma does like some veggies, and like my neighbors above me do some veggies every once in a while, and sometimes we get fresh grown veggies, and I don't have to do the hard, growing work and deal with bugs. But that sounds like a lovely time, Lexi. Absolutely, positively. And my phone needs to stop going off every 30 seconds. I'm gonna toss it onto the bed so I can't feel it. Oh. I wish there was a way to like maximize that half the window. Hi, Deanne. That was you, was it? I mean, it's totally okay, love. I'm just not going to respond until the sprint starts. I had no idea because I'm just like, I keep getting tempted to look at it because I feel it vibrating. I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna touch the phone. I am not gonna touch it. It's not gonna happen. And yeah. Okay, well, if we have no requests, I'm just gonna push the shuffle button. I don't know why I'm banging on my desk. Whee! Nope, that's the wrong monitor. Okie dokie. So whose timer do we got? We got Anya's timer. Anya's underwater timer. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get this fun sprinty goodness out of the way. I don't know why I keep stopping. We'll be right back after all these fish. Yeah. Happy sprinting. And that was the end of that sprint. How did everybody do? And we had a lot of folks join while we were sprinting. Let's scroll all the way back up. Author MK Kits joined us. Hello. There is an Anne in the chat. She should check her Instagram to see if she wants to remain in the chat or not. Lexi says we do actually get scorpions around here, so I have to be pretty careful while gardening. That sounds like terror on a plate. Showing Anne some love. Deanne says, I just have a small porch, so I have hanging planters on rails on the rails of that. And they're great for growing herbs and flowers. I'm going to add some planter bags in hopes of growing some root veggies. Yummy. I love root veggies. Lexi's got some. Oh, those are scorpions. Okay, Lexi, that's on That's on record for the creepiest scary Pikachu face on record. Just so you know. Callum says, "Hi, I am not writing, but I'm going to use these sprints to work on my island." Awesome. Respect the Animal Crossing grind. Like says, my big project right now is rehabilitating the hillside that's currently covered in a really destructive invasive plants. The issue here is that the plants erode the soil, even though they seem to like ground cover. Damn, that's scary. And says, put of all of us in your favorite. I did plants last year. They all died end of gardening. I do have a few small fruit trees that need to be planted on the ground, but that would mean moving them, which I feel like is fair. And yes, Animal Crossing seems to be a reoccurring theme on all of our streams, I swear, and I love it. Lexi says, when it rains, we have huge risks of landslides, so plants that actually erode soil makes it worse. So I am on a mission to replace all the invasive plants with California natives. I'm like obsessed with this. That sounds like an amazing mission, honestly. See? The Animal Crossing family just keeps growing. I swear. It's great. Yeah, but my island is pretty messy currently, and I'm not only with design, but with villagers. So much tea. Yeah. Check out the Troublemakers Discord, Lexi, for the very dramatic stories that have been popping across. Alexandra got 188 words. That is awesome. More love for Anne. Dan says, usually these sprints to work on huge crochet project. Yay! One of these days, I gotta show you how well. I know I showed you like one picture yesterday, but during the incredible chaos that was last night's D&D, I finished like 12 squares, and I'm really, really happy how they're turning out. It's making me so happy. Like Disney, I've used planter bags for potatoes. Very cool. They work great. Finished the playlist for my friend, and now I'm figuring out what to work on next. I was going to read, but I don't have the books I ordered. That's tricky. Michael says, we're all here. Yep, there is some three nuts in the chat. For those you don't know, the three nuts is the group comprised of author and Sophie, Michael C.B. Chen, and Violet from channel Writing Violet. I don't have all of their stuff linked below. I should, but I haven't thought about that. But yeah, everybody's here. Dan wishes that Animal Crossing was on PC. Do you though? Do you really? Because that game is like crack. You think WoW and Final Fantasy were bad? I could see you digging in. I really could. I mean, we share a brain. Oh. Lexi says, so nobody asked, but I'm going to share anyways. I plant blue sage and white sage and waiting for celestial blue sage and love child sage. All different native variety hybrids. That sounds cool. I have no idea I know what sage is, but I have never heard of all the different varieties. So that is really cool. Whew. Ooh, we got 1 to 2. Okay. Well, it says, I was just talking to my mom and she said her neighbor ripped out like 90% of a tree from their yard, which not only ruins her view, it is awful for the lake shore. I told her passive aggressively to leave a copy of Lorax in their mailbox. Yes. That is amazing. That is glorious, and I approve of that level of passive aggressiveness. 100%. Whew. All right. Well. Ooh, what's this one? Like says, and then I'm planting 2 bronze mats. Oh God. Manzanitas? And a buttload of wildflowers. This seed mix containing 15 different native flowers. I almost said naive flowers. That sounds really cool. And yes, you have to show like how do they put it on the Troublemakers? Pay the tax? I want to see what your project looks like when it's done, because that just sounds amazing. Yay, I did it. Yeah, you said it right, Crystal. It just means apples in Spanish. Oh. That's still cool. I mean, apples are like a god tier fruit, so I'm just gonna throw that out there. Just boop. Whew. Always regretting not grabbing water, but that's okay. What kind of timer do we have next, I wonder? I'm just gonna take a peek. We have ads. Okay, I have the next one set up. Ay. They aren't apples, but they look like tiny apples, so that makes sense. That's neat. My brain instantly goes for crab apples, but I think those are technically still apples. I know, like I have this path on the way home where you walk past, and there's these like little tiny green balls that kind of look like tennis balls, and I didn't know what they were growing up, and apparently they were crab apples. I don't know why I remembered that, but I did. I should really work on that. I'm still outlining and figuring out if it should be set in a fantasy world or our world, but many heartbreaking things will be added, that's for sure. That sounds like fun. So that's why when I started writing mine, I was like, hey, which world should I set it in? I have no idea. So how do we feel about another sprint? See, when I'm by myself, I feel like my streams become a little bit more sprint heavy than chat heavy. Just because I'm really bad at the whole chatting part. Do I have anything left in this one? Oh my god, oh my god, Violet, the lakeshore must be protected. Let's give your mom some seed bombs. Start randomly planting stuff. I mean, I'm here for it. Especially since, like, what you said, like, it wasn't even the full tree. Like, there's still a little bit of tree left. Like, why would you leave some tree behind? Are you a jackass? These people need... Get them! Lorax, Magic School Bus, all of, like, the 90s era kid picture books about saving the environment. Just put them all in the mailbox. Oh, no, it was a typo. Trees. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, okay. See, I mean, that doesn't make them any better. I feel like it makes them worse since it's multiple. That is awful. Awful, 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 awful. Yeah. I think we're going to start another sprint. I don't think I've seen this one before. Whose is this one? I want to give them shout. Oh, it's Laura's. It's one of Laura's October ones. Yay. Cool. I think this is the first time this one's popped up, which is neat. I like new ones. Yes, Dio. Maybe. It might be minorly problematic. Maybe I'll grab a sody pop. I don't know. Anyway, we'll be right back after all of this. Happy sprinting! And that was the end of the sprint. I couldn't find the stop button on my Spotify because it just broke. So I've got the volume turned down. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it's over. Okay, cool. That was weird because I don't want copyright music to show up on the stream. And I'm listening to the playlist that I made for a different character set for the scene I'm writing because there's like a connection and it's really emotional and it's so much fun. But how did everybody else do? Ah! Okay, I got water as promised. It's gross ass tap water and it's barely even cold, but my water pitcher's empty and I can't fill it. So I am sad panda, but it's fine. Okay. I just gotta say, author Anne Sophie is the gold standard for stepbrothers. We all know this. And Michael is the rose gold standard. And Lexi is the gold standard of submission editors. Hell yeah. Maybe someday that's the dream. For now, gold standard intern. But that's also okay. And surprised prayer Pikachu face, I guess. Oh god, I was sitting on my foot and then I moved and now it's asleep. And it's like those painful tingles that you just kind of want to bang against something to get the feeling back. Ah, it's like brain freeze, but for other limbs. Okay. Nina got distracted petting the dog. No actual work done, but your priorities are on the right track, as far as I'm concerned. I have no idea where Azzy is, or I'd probably be cuddling her because she gets really cuddly around this time. Michael's throwing out the cowboy hat again. And Alexandra got 200 words. Yay! That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I can't feel my butt. Okay. I have like the timer like just playing that way it can still be randomized, and I can't stand that animation. I keep getting distracted by it. So I really need to be better at this. Pilot says, I haven't started writing yet. That's okay. You know, you've been like totally murdering it the last little bit. So, you know, you got this. I believe in you. 100%. I am having way too much fun writing the scene that I'm currently writing. It's awful and I hate it. And I really hope that I'm conveying emotion correctly and I'm not just writing absolute trash. It's fine. But Violet ate dinner and hung up laundry. That's the important part is the dinner. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for supper tonight. Because we can't have pit stop for like we have I've been talking a lot about this to the Chaos Queens. But I found this new restaurant, which is probably the most amazing restaurant on the face of the earth in terms of, you know, just the energy of it. It's like one of those like mom and pop places with like one chef who like studied in serious culinary that, you know, decided to run a burger joint to bring real food back to the neighborhood. It's one of those cute stories. And so we've been trying the menu and they're so much cheaper than any other franchise place. Well, considering all the franchise places require delivery. So, but we don't have to pay for the delivery fee. So this place is cheaper because of that. And we've been eating there too much. It's so good. I'm like trying to work off a burger coma right now because hubby said I could get pit stop for lunch considering my kitchen is trashed and he promised to clean it when he gets home. So, yeah. Dan crocheted 5 squares and got distracted by starting a Patreon. Awesome. And paid a bill. That's okay. Bills suck. I did oh, is that supposed to be like a curry emoji? Because Lexpo is Indian food, and I made Nina hungry. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's I will probably annoy the crap out of all of my friends and my family members, especially the ones that live here, because it's one of those just places that on the outside, it looks like it could fall apart any minute because it's one of those old buildings that, time is not kind to. It used to be a pizza joint. They're still trying to figure out what they're doing with this big ass pizza oven. But the inside is like freshly renovated, and it's like this long bar, and like the chef cooks facing you so he can talk to you while he's cooking, which I think is just weird but super awesome. Um yeah, I just want to gush about this place. It's like the food is simple, but it's tasty. And what the hell is this face, Michael? Honestly. just why? I'm hungry too, but I don't know what you just talked about. The best diner ever. And well, I don't even know if I would call it a diner because it doesn't have seating. Well, it has like 5 chairs and well, 5 tables. And they're those little tiny round tables with the super big chairs. Um so there's no real room to sit, but it's just like this little hole in the wall. It's so tiny, but it's the best. And Violet is threatening Anne with avocados again, I see. Oh my goodness. The violence that I feel like is appearing. Also, Michael, that one is like a new level of I am dead inside um emoji-ness. I don't know what you would call that because it doesn't really like it's an upgrade to that. And I feel like I'm here for it. I brought Anne says, I brought the violence. That's okay. That's what you get. That's what you get to do when you're in the chat is you just get to be super violent and then have me read out the violence. It's fine. Oh, I'm just teasing. Really hate the taste of our tap water. It's awful. Okay. I also bring violence when I'm on screen. This is very true. This is very, very true. I agree. 100%. Whew. That's me. That was me an hour ago. Right there. Or an hour and a half ago. Is burgers. They're like this big. They are tiny. So I bought 3. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have only bought 2. I have full burger belly at the moment. I'm gonna stop talking about this restaurant, I swear. How are you doing today, Crystal? I am doing all right. Um I'm alive. I'm mostly tired, but it's fine. I'm good. It's a solid day. How are you doing? And I hope all is well as you enjoy your break from streaming. Crystal, I have a feeling you're a great cook. Oh, thank you. I was one of those kids that my family joked about, born with a spoon in their crib. And my dad cooked, my grandma cooked. It's kind of a thing. Anytime I'd go over to my dad's, I'd help cook. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I'm a pretty good cook. I get really lazy and decide not to, but I love experimenting with food and I love talking about food. I mean, look at this. I'm very food motivated. um It's it's a thing. I'm for me, I'm more toward the baking side of passion over cooking. Like I love cooking, but I really love baking. And I love yeah, it's a thing. What is the name of the joint again? It is called the Pit Stop. Um like Pit Stop at Founders Co or something like that, but the name like on the sign outside the shop is called the Pit Stop. And if you ever find yourself in my area, you should try it. I mean, I feel like it's a little far away from you, Michael, but whew, you should come try it. It'll be a thing. I am in an uncomfortable position, Anne says, and the only way to get out of it is to have an even more uncomfortable conversation that I don't want to have, you know? I've been there. Um Unsolicited advice. Just rip the band-aid off because um it's the other people's um problem if they're upset, and it's not so much that you upset them. Um but if an uncomfortable conversation needs to be had, then it has to be had. And c'est la vie. I wish I could just come over and eat whatever you bake for me. Anne, you are welcome in my hobbit hole anytime. Yeah, come over. We'll have a day. Lexi asks, how far apart are you guys? I want to say, based on the half conversations, we're about an hour and a half to 2 hours apart by car, give or take. It is a cool name. It's like it fits the whole vibe because like the whole reason the chef there wants this place to exist is students coming home, picking up lunch or picking up a snack, or people off work coming. Like it's only open for around the lunch rush and then right up until dinner. So it's not like a full scale restaurant because it's only one dude. Or on the weekends it's three dudes. But yeah, and it's like his whole entire goal is like quick, easy, simple food, and it totally fits the way he sees his customers and the way he sees food. So I love the guy's energy. I really do. Lexi asks out never having been in Canada before. Yeah, but at least they understand the driving for an hour or whatever have you. I hope. No, very solicited advice. Is that a thing? I don't know if I used the sentence right, but it was the concept of, it's like, someone saying something, not wanting advice, but then they get advice, they're not looking for it. Some people get offended. That's why I'm always very careful about trying to give advice. And so, yeah, I said words. I don't know where my brain's going. In Canada, you can bake the good kind of cookies. This is true. My aunt bakes the good kind of cookies, and for $100 she'd give me some, but I also am not particular. That part of my family and I aren't close, so I haven't taken her up on that offer. But her cookies, her good cookies, are amazing. Poor Anne. What kind of cookies? The legal in Canada kind. The not legal in the US kind. Those ones. Kinder Egg cookies. Yeah, that sounds about right, Crystal. Cool. Awesome. As long as you follow. Aw. And says, I always loved your advice, Crystal. You're so sweet. Flashback to me helping my family make products at 8 years old. Dude. I mean, I was helping my dad in the kitchen from when like I was, 8 to 10, But if that had been legal when I was a kid, I don't think my dad would have let me in the kitchen while that was being produced. Can I have one of these? No! Oh my god, I have the worst story. It's only a little related, okay? I went to a family reunion of some sort. I barely remember, but there was a lot of family. And my uncle made a slushy machine. Or he had a slushy machine. He made two types of slushies. He made the adult one and he made a kids one, right? And it was like pina colada and then oh my, I don't margarita. The margarita was for the adults and the pina colada was for the kids, or vice versa. And you had this little kid, and one of my cousins had to be 6 to 10 years old. She was being real sweetheart and offering to fill everybody's slushy when they ran out. And I started getting suspicious because she was getting like super friendly and super like there's kid hyper, then there's sugared kid hyper, and then there was where this kid was. And so I sit there, and next time she goes and fills one of these cups, I kind of sneakily followed her, and she would pour the slushy, and then she would take the straw and she would try the slushy, just a sip of the slushy from the drink, like the one that she poured, and then she would head back. So every time she went to fill someone's slushy, she had a sip of the adult drink. This was like 10 years ago now at this point, I think. Um and yeah, only to we found out that the slushy machine was unguarded, and there were some the appropriate people were told, and the it was dealt with in a way that it should be dealt with and stuff. I'm just like, how can I say this on YouTube? Oh my goodness. I just realized, oh god, I'm still on YouTube. We're not having this conversation backstage. Oh gosh. Okay, okay. Flashback to my 19th birthday where me and my brother made cookies, and it was a time. Couldn't move except my brother, his tolerance was higher. Oh, cookies are legal in a few states, but not many. Don't know what this link is regarding to. Oh man, it was definitely wasn't then. Wasn't legal then. Sharing illegal stories open on the internet. We're being very, very vague about it. So I'm sure it's fine. If it turns out my stream gets demonetized or stricken, then we're just gonna get rid of this one and pretend it never happened. It's fine. He's um so here for this right now. I felt like I told you this story before. It's so hard to remember who I've told and who hasn't. The story is one of the most fucked up stories in my existence. This is I have such a difficulty connecting to people on how my childhood was. It means so much to me connecting people all over the world like this, right? Me too. I always thought my childhood was fucked up. And some of y'all are like, hold my beer. Like, really? I mean, obviously, we all have our own experiences and stuff. But it's just like, it's 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 minorly validating in some way, I feel like. Like, everybody has had a similar kind of experience. Michael, we have weaponized the word cookies. I mean, we're not saying the actual word, and that's fine. Honestly, my childhood was fine, and I still turn messed up. Valid. That is also, if you end up just like the rest of us lunatics, at least you're still with the rest of us lunatics. What's that line from the first Suicide Squad that everyone doesn't like? Normal is a setting on the washing machine. Violet, step brotherhood. Yes. I don't know what that third one is because it's just a box on StreamYard, which makes me very sad. Whew. Oh goodness, I can't stop yawning. Or, spilling my drink everywhere. So how do we feel? Anne is still upset about the fact that avocados still keep showing up because Anne is anti-avocado, apparently. Which I mean is valid in some circumstances, but how do we feel about doing another sprint? Oh, I was thinking I should do a series on my channel where I write a book reviews while under an effect of certain elements. I think you should. I think that would be really fun, and I would totally be here for it. Yep, there is something for everyone in that line there. This is true. Wait, what's up with you and avocados, Anne? No, let's just chat, to be honest. No, wait, Violet needs to write. Yeah, and so do I, miss. Unless you don't want to be a part of my beta anymore. Because the longer it takes me to write, the longer it's gonna take for you to get it. Oh, it's for you, Lexi. Oh, Nia says I got some bubble tea this sprint. Boiled the tapioca pearls and made the tea. That is legit. That is legit. I'm gonna write a hate to love. I'm gonna write a hate to love flash about Anne and avocados. Oh my god, I love it. I mean, I don't think they taste great on their own, but a bomb ass guacamole, yes. I have a nacho recipe that I got from when I used to do HelloFresh for a couple months. That had avocados as one of the things you added on, and that was the only way I eat avocado. I've got avocados in the fridge. I've got to do something with them. I forgot I bought those fucking things. Ah, whoopsie. Get to work, train coming. Avocados are not overrated. They are incredible. All right, we're gonna start another sprint before Anne starts knocking folk out for disagreeing on her opinions about avocados. I'm kidding. Well, at least on the second half. Oh, and would you at least taste my Mexican grandmother's? See, Mexican grandmothers, okay, they got they have ways to make food that will make picky eaters like myself just like salivate. Always respect a Mexican grandmother's home cooking. I'm gonna say that, and then we're gonna start the spread. We'll be right back after these crepes. So, happy sprinting! And that was the end of that sprint. Once again, Spotify hates me apparently on my phone. But how did everybody do? As I scroll up to where we left off in the comments. Okay, I have the spot. I am getting so stuck into this. It's so much fun. I'm changing just enough and doing some things, and yeah, I'm getting a lot of words, and the scene is coming together really nicely. I should have used this playlist to write the scene before. Okay, down. Okay. And says I would, and I'd be very polite about having eating the avocados. It would just really be they're wasted on me because others love them so much, and I don't want to take away from someone else who would like them more than me. And Deanne said she would take all the avocados. And says I would eat the whole bowl to appease the Mexican grandmother of the stepbrother. It's just so cute. Apparently, Michael is stalking Lex. Yeah, what this. So San Diego might as well be Mexico, right? I was thinking about growing my own avocado tree. That sounds awesome. Oh no, the guacamole brought all the boys to the yard. I saw that comment and I totally did that, and I totally I heard the song in my head. Uh Nina says she's too many book ideas. Never, 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 never. Yet they're all basically the same, but not combinable. What do I do with myself? You write a paragraph from each one, and then you decide what paragraph you like the most, and then you go with that idea. I don't know if that idea actually makes sense. Tell us more. Do they all have the same plot? Lexi asks. Maybe we can help give you some ideas. Oh, and I just had another idea for the Special Substance series channel. Trying to start epic fantasies or space operas while under some serious effects. Otherwise known as my job. That is already on a daily basis. Lexi, I freaking love that. That is hilarious. Nia says, I think I figured out how to make this book different, I hope. But so many ideas are about loss and grief in trying to bring people back to life. But I changed some details and it might work now. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it works. M stopped by. Hello. This is for you. And also for you. And also for you, or for them, from you. And he says, I'm really happy with my new idea, but it's so sad. Again, my Vienna fantasy all over my other sad book. This will definitely make me cry a lot. Nothing's wrong with a good old solid cry, I've decided. Violet finally wrote some words. 255 words. Yay! Woot woot. Alexandria wrote 300-ish words. That is so awesome. I've decided not. Could I figure it out? This chapter is currently at 777 words, but I don't know how many words came from that last sprint because I'm just letting it flow and then copying all the stuff from the original draft. I might finish this chapter today. Hopefully, maybe. I still have 3 hours until hubby comes home. So if I can get this chapter done, I will be so happy with myself. And then tomorrow is going to be just serious, beep, beep, get out of my way work day. It's going to be awesome. Because I have some catching up to do. Oh, and it is for you, Alexandria. Oh, there's something I got really excited for a thing that I wanted to say, and then I forgot what it was. So obviously, it couldn't have been that important, even a little bit. After this chapter is done, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna tell you that much. That is 100% gonna happen. I just realized I don't think I ever use these banners that I created, like, when I first started doing this stuff. And says, "You go get that nap." I will. We are starting to come toward the end of our time for the day. Because I usually only do 2 hours. I can't do I get tired and I wanna stop talking, like, it is a lot. But I've absolutely really loved all the chatting, and at the same time, I don't wanna go. So, this is the obligatory plug section of the outros. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of you guys are supposed to see it. I will go to bed after the stream, after walk the puppy. That sounds like a priority. Even Violet has said that that the stream is ending. You guys are just like the sweetest people on the planet. Okay. Don't worry, Anna. I'm going to finish this chapter and then I'm going to go nap. It's fine. I just have a little bit left. Well, a lot of it. I think I have like to finish up this scene, and then Danny gave me a recommendation for like another scene to add to it, and I'm going to add that. It's fine. Real quick, Anne was not technically a part of like Anne's information is down below, even though she wasn't a part of the stream today, including the link to Removable Echo, her debut book pre-order thingamajib is down there. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should. It's very important. We're gonna be back on Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more Elden Ring. I am continuing my trek through the game as a Soulsborne noob. I've never played this style of game before. And then we're going to be back on Wednesday for more writing sprints. There's a lot of links below. You should check those out. Last week or the week before, I've now lost track of time. I think it was last week. Me and my fellow Chaos Queens, Danny, Marta, and Violet, are starting an event in May. I don't know. I almost said May 20th. I'm like, that's not right. It is called May Chaos Reign, where we do a bunch of reading prompts. There's a bunch of reading prompts, writing prompts, watching prompts, and self-care prompts. It is our little life-a-thon. There are 4 videos to watch if you are interested in that on each one of our channels. If you have yet to hear about that, if you have missed it, please check it out. Share it with your friends so they can be a part of it too. And we'll be back in 2 weeks if she still wants me. And my love, I always want you. You are a right joy to stream with, my dear. If anyone else wants to stream with me, hit me up in the DMs and stuff, and we will, because I love hanging out with my friends while I do this, because being alone by myself is weird. I think I've covered everything. Check out Violet's Nostalgia Train Book Club this next month. Next month is Throne of Glass. Did I say that right? Because I actually don't know about that one. I don't even know that book existed until it showed up on the poll. So if you're interested, that information for all of that stuff is below as well. I think that's it. I hope that's it. If I've forgotten anything, Discords, Instagrams, everybody's social media is pretty much everywhere. So check out all of that stuff. And until next time, I love and appreciate every single one of you. And we will see you guys in the next stream. Bye!